Okay. Okay, I'm ready, guys. So, anyone into Game of Thrones here? Yeah. Game of Thrones fans. One thing to shut the hell up about Game of Thrones. I like midget porn too, but I don't brag about it. It's weird, right? Okay, forgive me. Not midget porn. Little person porn. Let's be politically correct. Are there any little people in the audience? Okay, so I'll say midget. I was dating a girl who had a midget father, and she didn't prepare me for this. She didn't tell me. You gotta lead me up to this. You can't just drop that on me. Like, I went to meet him for the first time. I thought it was her son. I like picked him up. I was like, hey, little buddy, and we're not dating anymore. Long story short, I'm not good with women. I have trouble initiating contact. You know, it's hard for me to hit on women. I try to use comedy. I try to tell jokes. So I told this girl, do you want to see my Bill Cosby impression? And she was like, okay. And everything was going great. Everything was going like extremely well until the rupees were off. And then she wanted to call the cops. Like, okay, but technically you gave me consent, so it's not how this works. It's not how this works. A lot of people are tearing down like statues and stuff right now. You know, like racist Confederate statues, all that good stuff. But everyone's missing road signs. There's a lot of racist road signs. I don't know if you guys have noticed. Every crosswalk has a racist road sign. You've all seen it. It's a black bald couple crossing the street. There's never any white couples or brown or purple or blue. It's always a black. Like, why is it? And why are they bald? That's what I'm like. Why? I don't get it. I don't have any kids, but I think a lot about adoption. I'm really big on adoption. I'd love to adopt. And I think I'm finally gonna do it. I'm going to adopt a highway. Yeah, I am. I know it's a big responsibility, but I really think I can do it. I really think I can handle it. Do you think adopted highways get jealous of highways that know their parents? Thank you. One sign I really enjoy is slow children at play. I won't complain about that one. No complaints here. Slow children are easy to grab. It's the fast ones I have trouble with. You know, you gotta work hard for the fast kids. Kidnapping is a funny word. Like kidnapping? Really napping? That's the word we're gonna use? Those motherfuckers never go to sleep. Speaking of kidnapping, have you guys ever kidnapped a homeless person? Okay, I'm the only one. All right, that's fair. It's actually way easier than it seems. You know, you just pull up, skirt, get in the fucking van, we're going to Wendy's. And you know, then you take them to your house and you lock them in the basement. I know you guys are looking at me funny, like that's messed up. Why would you do that? Don't judge me, okay? I got 3 homeless people in my basement. 3 homeless people in a house. Yeah, I'm housing them. I'm doing them a favor, okay? So don't judge me for that. And I got 3 new best friends. A lot of you are lucky. A lot of you are blessed. A lot of you have friends. Not all of us have friends. Some of us have to steal ours. So, okay. I'm not rich by any means, but I like to Google rich things. I like Google to think that I'm rich, you know? Because I know Big Brother's watching me. I know the government's watching me. I want them to think that I'm rich. So I'll just Google things that rich people would Google. Like, I'll Google, like, Bentleys and Porsches and yachts. And then, you know, Google will like suggest items that go great with it. Like this will go great inside your yacht, you know? And I just add things to my shopping cart. I have millions of dollars of items in my shopping cart that I'm never going to buy. And I just think it's weird the way they suggest items, like they're stalking you. Like, for instance, I was Googling Linkin Park recently, and as most of you know, the lead singer of Linkin Park, he recently committed suicide. He hung himself, and it's tragic, it's terrible, but that was my favorite band as a kid. So after it happened, I was like looking up their music and looking up all this stuff, and I was going to buy their album. I wanted to buy like a vinyl, like their first album, because no one really has physical copies of music anymore. It's all this digital streaming. So I was going to buy it, going to check out, and it had the suggested items on the side, like signed memorabilia, t-shirts, and on the last like related item, it was a noose. Yeah. And it was half off, so yeah, I bought it. I bought the noose. I had to. You never know when you're gonna need one. You guys like that joke? I like that joke a lot because it starts out with a lot of potential and it just kind of dies. Yeah, my suicide jokes, they usually kill. They do. They really do. Suicide jokes aren't funny, so don't laugh at that. But I do have one more. Assisted suicide is legal in 3 states. Did y'all know that? There's 3 states in America you can help someone kill themselves with no consequences. That's crazy. But word of advice, don't ever brag about performing an assisted suicide, especially at a funeral. My family still won't talk to me, so that's pretty crazy. Any big UFC fans in here? Yeah, couple. I love UFC. I love MMA. It's fun to watch. It gets me pumped every time I watch a UFC fight. I get really excited, like I want to fight somebody. Like, man, nobody better test me today. I'm gonna fuck some shit up. Nobody better mess with me today. It reminds me of when I was a kid, because I used to be in martial arts. And I used to get picked on. I was one of the only kids in my class who wasn't Asian. So they would all pick on me. Until one day, I finally got the courage up and I beat all their asses. And I was like super proud of myself. But then I found out those kids weren't even Asian. They just had Down syndrome. I didn't know, okay? I didn't know better. I apologize, but I didn't know. It's crazy to me that there's a lot of intolerance in this country. There's still a lot of intolerance in this country. And it's in 2017, there's people that aren't tolerant of things. It just blows my mind. Like, I had to break up with this girl because she was lactose intolerant. Yeah, she would drink almond milk, which is gross, right? Almond milk, like, you know how hard it is to milk almonds? Can't even find their nipples. But she was like a health freak. Like, she would eat grass-fed beef. Like, what have I been eating my whole life? Like, what do my cows eat? Like, oh yeah, we ran out of grass, so I took them to McDonald's for the night. They don't mind eating their cousins. And she would eat responsibly raised chicken. Have y'all heard of responsibly raised chicken? Like, what does that even mean? Like, oh yeah, these chickens, they pay all their bills on time. They're in bed by 8:30. They vote in every election. They're very responsible. I don't want to eat a responsibly raised chicken, you know? I want to eat an irresponsible. I don't want to feel bad for eating a He has his life together. He's responsible. I want to eat irresponsible chickens. I want to eat a chicken that doesn't go to bed on time, that commits crimes. Like, I want to be eating a chicken sandwich and be like, damn, this motherfucker tastes good. I can't believe you tried to rob me. A lot of my jokes, they don't land as good as I'd like them to, you know? A lot of my jokes, they just go over people's heads or they just fall flat. Some of my jokes are really good, but a lot of them, no. A lot of my jokes are like vegans. And by that I mean, a lot of my jokes are really dumb. If you're vegan for health reasons, I understand that. That makes sense. I respect that. But if you're vegan because you love animals, that doesn't really make any sense. Like, the animal's already been chopped up, it's been cooked, it's in front of you on a plate, and you're just like, no, I don't want to eat that. That's my impression of every vegan. Is it gluten-free? No, but, like, how do you know a cow didn't want to get eaten? Like, maybe cows are happy to be sacrificed. You don't know. Like, have you ever seen a cow trying to escape a farm? I've never once driven by and seen cows trying to jump a fence. I think they're cool with it. I think they're down. They're always chilling, eating food, not looking up at all. They're not worried about it. I might stop eating meat if animals had goals, if animals had ambitions. But you never hear about a cow just being like, man, can't wait to get off this farm. About to get the fuck out of here, go apply at Chick-fil-A, be a spokesperson. Give me a wife, give me a nice house, get the hell out of here. So until that happens, I'm gonna keep eating meat. This is what I'm gonna keep doing. I had a girl I was talking to recently, she was like, wow, you do stand up in front of people? That's like really impressive. I have a lot of respect for that. You stand up in front of people and tell jokes? And I was like, yeah, but probably gonna regret saying that because you haven't heard any of my jokes yet. They're pretty bad. I actually have more respect for people who don't do stand up. I have the most respect for people who don't stand up at all. You know, like Colin Kaepernick. He gets a lot of crap. Colin Kaepernick takes a lot of shit, you know, for kneeling and all that. But we actually have a lot in common. For instance, last year, Kaepernick was a full-time NFL quarterback. This year we're both unemployed. Last year, Kaepernick made well over $1 million. This year we're in the same tax bracket. So that's pretty cool. And I've also been a victim of police discrimination. Yeah, I got pulled over for looking kind of Mexican, kind of Middle Eastern. Like Colin Kaepernick. But yeah, they pulled me over and said they smelled weed. And I was like so cocky and arrogant about it. I was like, you don't smell shit, officer. You don't know what you're talking about. And as I'm saying that, I'm like trying to scrape weed crumbs under my chair. And he was like, well, I'm gonna have to search your car. And I was like, do it, I don't give a shit. Search my car, I give you permission. I put that on my cat's life. You won't find shit. And word of advice, you shouldn't put stuff on your cat's life. It's just not a good idea. He found my whole stash. And I was like, all right, you called my bluff. Good job, officer. I'll get in the squad car. That's fine. That's cool. So yeah, he confiscated all my weed, and then I got arrested. And to top it all off, my cat died. Yeah. People. I get the most response from that one, which is crazy, because people are like, oh, suicide and rape's cool, but don't talk about cats, you son of a bitch. All right, that's all the time I got. Thank you very much.